Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, grade 3. Welcome to the art class. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today, but inshallah I'll see you after the winter break. I hope you're ready and excited for today's class because we're gonna start. Please prepare these materials before we get started. We're gonna need pencil, ruler, or any sharp edge, sketchbook or drawing paper, any types of colors. They could be pencil colors, crayon, watercolors, or paint. I don't mind. Okay, in the previous class last week, we focused on the color wheel. We have revised what we learned in grade 1 and in grade 2. We divided the color wheel into primary colors, which are the most important colors in the world, because they help me create new colors, which are, we call them secondary color. The primary red, yellow, and blue, and the secondary green, orange, and purple. We also divided our color wheel into what is this color associated with. For example, the warm color, orange, yellow, and red, they are associated with hot object like the fire, volcano, chili pepper, the sun, and also the candlelight. And the opposite, the cool colors, which remind me of the cool breeze, the ice, the ocean and the water, the lavender, and the garden. We talked also about the neutral color, which are black and white, and the mix between them, gray and the brown, which is the mix of all the colors. They are very important because they don't say we are primary or the secondary. We're just neutral. Moving on to the first or the newest theory of color, which we called it complementary colors. I need you girls to take a second to pronounce the complementary colors. Complementary colors. Go ahead. The complementary colors, what are they? We said that they were the colors that face each other on the color wheel. They are two colors that complement each other and face each other on the color wheel. For example, the purple faces the yellow, so the yellow and the purple complement each other. The orange and the blue, they face each other, so they complement each other. The red and green complement each other because they face each other on the color wheel. Now look at this color wheel. It's divided into more sections of color. You got the lime green, you got the purple red, you got the orange yellow, more gradation of color, and not as simple as this one. It is applied also the complementary color. Whichever color faces the other color, they complement each other. But we didn't talk about what does complement each other mean. We mean when we say they complement each other, they make each other pop. They make each other stand out. For example, the yellow and the orange, they don't make each other stand because they are side by side. They are next to each other on the color wheel. They look like they are from the same family. They are associated with the feeling of warmth. So they don't complement each other. I'm going to show you an example in photography. The colored, the orange flower here and the background blue. If we imagine that the flower, instead of orange, it is purple, it's kind of, it looks nice. But according to the complementary color theory, the purple and the blue, they look alike. So if the flower is purple, it's gonna be lost in the blue background. Both are cool colors, both are from the same family, they look alike each other. So instead, the photographer made the option to make the background blue to make the orange flower stands out. Here's another example, the lavender flower. As you can see, it's not just the one value of the color purple. We talked about the value. We said it's the how dark and light the color is. As you can see in this flower, we see light purple, we see dark purple, we see color in between. Also, the background is yellow. So yellow and purple complement each other. If we can imagine, if this flower, orange, and the background is yellow, it's not going to complement. The flower is not going to stand out. However, it stands out because these two colors face each other on the color wheel. I'm going to show you another example, grade 3. This example is in interior design. What does interior design mean? It means designing houses. Look at these two colors. The lime green, or sorry, it's not lime green. It is orange yellow with the background blue. These colors face each other, so they stand out. Here's another example. And girls, when we refer to the complementary colors in the interior design, we are not talking about creating everything from scratch. In the room, complementary colors. You see here, the designer decided the walls should be light value of beige, which is neutral color. However, the designer decided the complementary colors is going to be in the furniture and furniture only. As you can see, blue and orange, they face each other, so they complement each other in this room. Imagine if this blue chair is red or yellow. I mean, to each their own, but blue and orange make each other pop, they complement each other. It's nicer this way. And also, it's not just in the interior design, girls. It's also when you try to match your clothes together. You can refer to the complementary theory. If you have a purple skirt, you can maybe pair it with a top that is yellow. And maybe if you have a red dress, you can complement it with a green scarf. Of course, not just one green, you could try to a different value of green. And this way, you made your color pop, you made your color complement each other. Okay, so in the master class, we practiced the complementary theory on this lovely, simple flower art. We divided this page into 3 sections. We color each section with different color. And then we colored the flower that falls in each section according to the complementary color theory. Orange with blue, green with red, purple, and the yellow. Today, we will do this exercise. Well, this is not the exercise. This is a full project. We're going to do these 3 funny monsters, and it's going to be easy. So before we start, I'm going to go back to the material list, just in case you did not prepare them. Pencil, ruler, sketchbook paper, or a drawing, any drawing paper, any types of colors. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Hopefully you can see the application. I'm about to demonstrate the drawing on. Now, before we start drawing, remember the golden rule. Do not press hard on your pencil. And maybe you can do some warm-up, like wavy line, zigzag line, shapes, like triangle, rectangle, square, and circles. These are just warm-ups. Okay, so you're going to start by, first of all, you're going to use your paper landscape style, not portrait style, landscape style. And then you're going to use a ruler and pencil and create some straight lines. You'll divide your page into 3 sections. And they are almost the same size. So this is the first section, second, and third. Okay, so this is our reference. Let's start by drawing the first monster, which is the yellow monster. It's very simple and easy. And I always say, do not draw small objects, whether we are drawing monsters, flowers, shapes, they have to be big. I know some of you will start drawing the monster like this. This is a mistake. Why? Because you have so much space for the background and so little space for the monster. So whatever object we're gonna draw, oh, and by the way, instead of monster, you can draw simple cats, okay? But just make sure they are in a reasonable size. So drawing the first monster, we will go to the middle of the paper. Imagine we have a line here. You're gonna go to the middle of the paper and then just go down below a little bit. And then you'll draw some curvy flat line. Like this. Give this lovely monster some eyes, circle. And inside the circle, you'll draw another circle, smaller one. And inside it, you'll draw a smaller one. So we have big, medium, and small. If you have your own style how to draw eyes, you can try to do it. Don't mind at all. It's okay to make mistakes. You can always erase and try again. Remember not to press hard. And fill in the medium-sized eye. Draw a simple mouth like curvy line, some details, and some teeth, which is pretty much a triangle shape. Here you go. After you finish, you can draw some antennas. Let me zoom in. Line, a straight line, another one, and a circle. If you have a different idea, you can try it out. I don't mind at all. Just get creative. Another circle. There we go. We're done. You can add smaller dots to make it look like this monster has some spots on top of its head. This makes it cuter. Now let's move on to the second monster, which is the spiky one. Make sure this one is bigger than the monster number 3. All you have to do is just draw zigzag line. That's it. Give it some eyes. This time, think maybe these 2 eyes are bigger than the first ones. Or smaller, just like this. This is a different way, or to make it look like it has a character. But if you want it to be exactly like the one I have in the reference, you can try your best to make it the same size. The arrows inside, I thought maybe we will try to make this monster look like it's looking at the yellow monster by drawing the arrows on the side of its face. Also the shine, which is the smallest circle, it's going to be also on the left. Color in. Oops. The medium looking flower. Sorry, the medium looking eye. You can make her by drawing some lashes. I think I'm going to make it into a girl monster. And this time this monster has an open mouth, curvy lines, teeth, and a tongue that looks like a heart shape from the top. That's it. Okay. I noticed that I'm moving fast, so I hope your teacher is pausing the video to give you some times. But I don't want you to take your time. Remember, these are very simple lines. All you have to do is just draw them and sketch them quickly, and then you can fix them after the class. Now let's gonna move on to the monster number 1, the red monster, which is the easiest monster by far because it's just simple looking monster. It looks like it has a bullet head. There we go. And let's draw the eyes. I like to make the eyes bigger because the bigger, the cuter. And the fun to color as well. Imagine if we draw small eyes. That's not fun to color. Be brave and draw big eyes. And don't stress by making the eyes are exactly the same size, because if you have a slight difference, it will actually look funnier. All right, I'm gonna draw the iris like this monster is looking upward at the sky. I'm gonna make the shine look a bit bigger than the 2 first monsters. Fill in the medium-sized circle like this, and then just give it simple mouth by drawing a line like this. Details. A crown. Remember, if you're drawing a crown, that means the top of its head is overlapping. So you're going to erase the top of this monster's head. Let's give this crown some details, like circles, and maybe a line. That looks fun. And maybe the monster number 2, give it some spikes, make it look like it's furry. Okay, now we're going to color these monsters according to the color, the complementary color wheel. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to replace this reference with the color wheel. Here's the color wheel. If I colored this monster, the first one here, yellow, which color do I color the background? Look at the color wheel, and according to the complementary colors theory, what faces the yellow? Excellent, the purple. I'm gonna go back to the crown a little bit later. Let's just add in the main colors to all the monsters, and then we can tweak it and add whatever we like to add. If this monster is blue, so that means what faces the blue? Excellent, orange. Last monster. If this monster is colored green, that means the background is going to be red. I hope you're answering this. There we go. Now you can add your details. Like, for example, I'm going to color in here the mouth, black, and red for the tongue. And let's color this crown gold and give him colorful gems. Maybe a neutral color for the line. Right here, the spots are going to be darker green. And for the antenna, I'm going to color the top circles with neutral colors and green as well. There you go. You don't have to color the yellow monster yellow or the blue monster blue, but you must follow the complementary color theory. That means you have to create a monster with a background that makes it pop. By the way, you don't have to type one, two, three. These are for me so I can help you along this drawing. That's it, girls. This is our class today. I hope you had fun. I'll see you, inshallah, in the next days. And don't worry, I'm going to publish your homework on Thursday, inshallah. I love you all and goodbye.